everybody.
I'm buying Christmas presents. Excuse me.
You need to stop buying Christmas presents and read Emperor of Rune.
I'm about to, but I had one more for you.
Oh, you can stop. It's fine.
It's fine.
Yes, Lexi, I am calling you out. You must be productive now.
Everybody gotta get two things. You gotta either get 2 books or a book and something else.
And I was running late because we were talking backstage. I won't lie to you all.
I was there on time.
Everyone was there on time. We just talked. A lot. Hello. These are very surprised, so I'm shocked if people are even here. Hello. I should probably post them in the Late Night Crew Discord.
You should do that.
There.
I'm occupied at the moment. I'll do it in a second.
I think Rachel's on it.
Always on it. I don't know why I'm surprised. I can't even see you, and I don't know why I'm surprised.
I was like, did you see my face? I was doing the wrong one.
Actually sleep soon. Thought I'd join a bit of chat first. This is fair. You should probably sleep considering you're hoteling tomorrow. But hopefully we'll see you tomorrow.
And hopefully the hotel is something that's good and gets you lots of sleep.
Hello.
Switch.
Jerry Ford.
Why am I buzzing?
That's me.
Prince now.
Oh, YouTube just told me that I was live.
I might have posted the Wheel of Time along one first.
I love it.
But I was like, nope, delete. Wrong one.
Fine. Gonna be watching. I clicked on Hannah's comment, but I was reading this one out loud. Gonna be watching Wednesday and reading Mistborn. Hello, guys. I'm in bed, but I just finished Daughter of the Moon Goddess. Did it end up only being a 3-star for you, Hannah, or did it get better? I needed these because I need to make a dent in Gunmetal Gods. I need someone to be accountable.
I'm technically starting my December TBR.
I too am debating, once I'm done this, if I should start one of the SPFBO books. I mean, audiobook, I'm still going to do the Faithful and the Fallen series, but I was like, maybe I should start one of these.
Is it?
I have no idea how much money I spent today.
Is it the one that we all did was questionable?
I don't know. It'll have to be one of the KU ones because I'm in the mood to read on my Kindle. It's really been addicting this month. I've been reading a lot on my Kindle. I don't know why.
Love it.
It goes so fast. Also, that one is on Kindle. The one I was thinking about is on Kindle.
I'm totally going to be crocheting and audiobooking. Love that for you. I have to go to Michael's to pick up another ball of the fantasy color because I'm out.
Oh.
So I have been not working on that because I need it to be able to continue. Sprints are at 10:30 a.m. my time. They are already scheduled. Now let's hope I'm up on time because I plan on maybe staying up late tonight reading.
I'll probably be late tomorrow, but I do plan to be there at some point.
I will be there because I plan to wake up at 6:30 anyways.
Are you going to the gym?
You're not that early.
Yes. I go to the gym on Sundays typically, but
they're not until 10:30 or 11:30 our time, Rachel. You could sleep in a little.
No, I need to beat everyone so I can get my locker because it was rudely stolen from me today.
I get it. That's fair. You need to put your name on the inside. Just be like, this is Rachel's. If you use it, Bloody Mary's going to get you or something like that.
Yeah, I go to the fancy gym, so all these grandmothers and older women are be like,
I love that. I'm glad it got better for you, Hannah.
Please calm down.
Wow, I wish I was reading Empire or Emperor or something. I wish I was still reading Rune because then it would be like How to Rule an Empire, Emperor of Rune, and then just Rune.
I like the full title of this book, How to Rule an Empire and Get Away with It.
That
I like it.
series has like really good titles. It's hilarious.
It's like 16 ways to defend a walled city, How to Rule an Empire and Get Away with It, and a practical guide to conquer the world.
That is what's his face?
KJ Parker.
Yeah, I realized that that's who I need to do for the
Initials?
RFP.
Initials prompt.
Because I don't think I've read an initial yet.
It's also hard mode because that's a pseudonym.
Yes, that's why I thought about it. Because I have read R.F. Kuang, but I actually think Babel's going into the historical setting because it'll hit. Well, yeah. It
Yeah.
needs to be worth
Yeah.
something.
Haven't looked at that at all, and I don't want to. It scares me.
Grace Dion just uploaded her like mid check-in. So I watched it and was reminded of how bad I'm feeling at it. Also, yes, Lexi, what book is it? I did read this. I just haven't said it out loud. I need to finish my book tonight, but it's a struggle because it's confusing. Hi, Carrie. I'm thinking of either starting Silver Under Nightfall by Rin Chipeko or This Is Ever After. Any thoughts? Mel liked Silver Under. No, Mel liked Rin Chipeko. Yeah.
Yeah. I did like that one. It started stronger for me than it ended, but depending on what you are looking for, it will end stronger for you than it starts. So if you want like more of the fantasy world building, you probably will like the beginning better. But if you want a little bit more of like the throuple and the romance, then the latter half will be better for you.
Well, that's good to know. I looked at that when I was in the store, and it's really pretty, but it's really expensive. And I don't like hardcover. So I'm trying to finish Kagan the Damned before Monday. I have little less than half to go. I believe in you. The Babysitter Lives by Stephen Graham Jones. Ugh.
I'm not a Stephen Graham Jones fan. I've just decided.
Me either, but Lexi is.
I'm glad. Somebody should be. I don't think that.
I don't have the timer ready. Oh, there it is. But we're not time to sprint yet. I just wanted to get it up.
Not quick. I'm impressed.
No, I like to talk for 15 minutes.
All right, we gotta find some to talk about, Rachel.
So
Sorry.
nothing to talk about.
Sorry, what happened? I want to zone out.
Nothing.
Not important.
It's only on audio. I wish it wasn't. That sucks. Books are so expensive.
Lexi, you saying you wish it wasn't an audio? Who are you?
Sorry, my friend commented on how much time she spent on a video game. I was like, oh, that's the number of hours you spent listening to audiobooks this year. 2,000.
Wow. I don't want to know how many hours I spent listening to audiobooks. It's obscene, I'm sure.
Admittedly, this is the number of time, not like actual listening time, but the actual length of the audiobook.
Yeah.
So, physically, I've only spent like 1,000 hours, but
Still a lot.
anyways, sorry, my ADHD brain went.
I love it. We ended up having pizza for dinner and it was trash.
That's not
We were
very
supposed to
good.
make Korean short ribs and then we decided to get pizza from a new place and the pizza was literally terrible. Tastes like cardboard.
That's not good. At least it was edible.
Borderline.
We had a.
I like cardboard pizza.
No, like it was just like it didn't taste like anything. And like anything. Like the sauce had no flavor. The
Oh no.
dough
Gotta
had
have good sauce and
even
cheese.
the cheese had no flavor. I was like, how do you get no flavorless cheese?
Mozzarella.
That's an American cheese.
Popsicles.
What I mean by I like cardboard pizza is like I like Cece's pizza. If you know what that Mel, you might know that.
I don't know what CC's is.
Cece's.
Oh yeah, I actually like CC's too. It is so greasy and so terrible, and you really shouldn't eat it. But sometimes sometimes
Greasy pizza is delicious.
so greasy.
You just gotta take the napkin to it for a bit.
I literally would do that. And you dab at it for a minute, and then it's good to go.
After I finish my current book, I'm going to toss the rest of my November TBR at the window and either read a few manga graphic novels before December or start my December TBR early once I figure it out. I agree with that, Carrie, and keep postponing an echo of things to come with us. I also agree with that. I want the audio, but something to follow along with. Fair.
How much do I have left of Emperor Broom?
I would have finished Kagan earlier this week, but my husband kept distracting me with Lucifer. No, what season of Lucifer?
That is a great choice.
I liked the starts of Lucifer.
I got really. There was a point where I got really cringe, and I'm like, I'm gonna stop.
It gets a little bit better when Netflix takes it. But yeah, I agree. I had a good time with it regardless, just because, well, Tom Ellis is pretty.
Yeah, I don't know.
I like the concept.
Mm-hmm.
It also kind of reminds me of Small Miracles.
Yeah, I see that.
Like
That's a selling point for me.
It's Small Miracles is good. No one.
it was actually a really fun first chapter.
I'm excited. I'm gonna start it after Emperor Room.
It's Gadriel, I think.
Or I could just go start it.
Gadriel.
But then Cassidy will yell at me.
No, you have to finish Emperor.
I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna finish it.
It's Gadriel's just fun. They're very just funny.
To be honest, maybe you shouldn't finish Emperor Rune because I'm scared if you finish it now, you're not gonna love it. So because you're not really with it.
Read Small Miracles and come back. It's like 300 pages or something like that.
It's not that, I don't know. There's just something about it. It's not bad. It's just I don't know. I just don't have a draw to pick it up. Tom Ellis is pretty.
I don't think I finished the last season either because I agree with this.
Yeah, the last season was not my favorite. In order to pick up Small Miracles, though, I have to make the dog get up. So
fair. Yes, you are getting back-to-back sprints. I really liked. I think I actually liked the first couple seasons better. Because I feel like they had a lot more of the police. I think it was a fun spin on that police type crime show.
Agreed.
I like the guardian angel of the what's her face, the camera. She's like the science lady.
Oh yeah. Crap. What was her name?
Angie?
I don't remember.
No.
Time.
Crap. What was her name? But yes, I agree with you. The nerdy one.
The nerdy one, but I like the guardian angel that was like following. That was like there for like that one episode. I was like, can we?
Oh.
L. Yes.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember.
So basically, like the angel of death or whatever, was following Ella around.
I vaguely remember this. Vaguely.
So like it was a fun moment. It was in like the first season or something, but
Someone just commented on my video and said, "Why does the Umbral Storm remind me of Inuyasha?" And I feel like I see that. It's just the shards. It's literally just the shards, but I see it.
I never watched Inuyasha, so I cannot come. You know,
Rachel,
I
You
watched
like
a lot of it.
have you not watched Inuyasha?
You have to force me to watch Inuyasha. It's never been like my.
Inuyasha is amazing. I love Inuyasha. I'm disappointed, and now I feel like we need to go into a sprint with my disappointment.
You've seen the list of anime I watched. I watched some good ones, I think.
Just not Inuyasha, apparently.
I've also watched Sword Art Online, which is arguably one of the bad.
Yeah,
I can't comment on any of this.
I'm saddened. I'm depressed. I'm gonna go depress read the Gunmetal Gods now. Okay. I will see everyone in 45 minutes. I don't know why that didn't go off.
That happened to me earlier and Becca.
Wow.
And then the next time it just fixed itself.
I was like, did I just freeze at that like perfect time? But then Rachel was just like smiling, and I was like, nope.
I was seeing, yes, yeah. I thought we were doing a thing. We were waiting for Nell to notice.
Oh.
I had looked up and saw 40 seconds, and so I was like, oh, it'll go off in a second. And then I looked up and I was like, people are staring. Why?
Well, I read probably about 15%, about 60 pages. This book hurts my head.
The prequel was weird.
So what I thought was going to be the entire plot has already happened within the first 20%.
Jeez.
Like they set something up, and then I'm like, all of a sudden we're at this battle, and I was like, oh, that happened very quickly. I thought that was going to be like what happened throughout this. It's like so fast paced, and I'm like confused. And having two perspectives be first person and not have very distinct narratives is very hard.
Yeah, very.
I also discovered I don't love first person that much unless it's Hob.
Fair.
I have liked it, but yeah.
I have like 45 minutes or so left. I think, unless did the ebook end before? Because I feel like I feel like I'm at the end, like the very, very end.
When they go down for the final battle, it's like really quickly after that.
Oh, then I'm done.
There's like a giant appendix at the end.
Not sure how I feel about the ending. It seemed
rushed,
very quick.
I thought you were going to think that. I thought it was rushed too, but it didn't bother me because I feel like all the endings have been rushed, but I thought you would think it was
very rushed. Yes. And I see what you mean. I think if we had had more explanation for the method that was used a little bit earlier, like we kind of been hinted at that a little bit better, it wouldn't have felt as rushed to me, but it was like, we have this thing, you know.
I feel like I hinted at it. Like I felt like I knew what was gonna.
I knew they had something up the sleeve. I don't know. It just I literally was reading, got to the end of the chapter and went, wait, huh? And had to go back because I was like, wait, that cannot be the end.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I feel like I knew how they were gonna murder him. But
murder like it's this locked in mystery.
But yeah, it felt very rushed, and so I thought you might have an issue with it for sure.
It's not that it's going to severely hinder my enjoyment of the overall book, but I just expected more from a conclusion to a series. But then again, I keep complaining about long battle scenes, so
yeah, I think all three books have had a very rushed ending for me, so I assumed this one would too.
Yeah, I still think it's a 4-star. Like, I enjoyed it. I had a good time.
I think we're all in agreement. It's a 4-star series.
Yeah,
I give it 4 across the board. I think all three are at the exact same range for me. Like I loved all equally and disliked the things in them equally. Yeah. I will say I was very happy about one thing though, and that made me like the ending a lot more.
Is it the thing that you told me about?
Put it in the private chat.
Yeah, that's what
I'm in the last chapter, so
it's at the very, very, very end. Like
that's not bother me. It's fine.
Yeah,
it's not. It was just for the whole.
I
was so happy about that.
Yes,
I
agree.
No way. I thought that was happening for sure in book 2 or.
I thought you were talking about this thing.
The kit thing.
Yeah.
I was also happy about the kit thing, but
I want to find out thing. I love Kit. Kit cracks me up. There's some of the stuff that she said, and I'm like, you are a 15-year-old boy, and I love it.
Rachel, how'd you do? 100 pages?
Yes.
I'm going to read some comments before we get on a more tangent. Read 56 pages. Hello. 25 pages of Shadowlands. 37 minutes left at my listening speed, so I'll finish the next sprint. Good job, Lexi.
Nice.
Read about 50 pages. 200. I thought that said you read 200 pages, but 200 pages left of the Dragon Republic. You're putting Rachel in a run for her money. Love when that happens. You're like, well, what's gonna happen for the other 75%?
Yeah.
Read about 31 pages. Hello. Joined late, but I do need motivation to finish these goals. It's been a struggle to read. Fair.
Small.
Got 45 minutes of Bloodmark left. This book was too long. Searing endings being meh can be so annoying. I
don't say it was meh.
It was just rushed.
It was the final battle that I was like, wait, but the book as a whole was not meh.
Mm-hmm. Small Miracles. The thing I didn't like about it is footnotes.
That's fine.
Didn't like the footnotes. You're usually a footnote fan.
I don't like to read footnotes.
Okay.
Because my brain and the way it's formatted and that the little ones and twos are so small that I don't read them. And then I get to the end of the page and I read the footnotes.
I always do that.
Every footnote book I have, I listen to the audiobook because the audiobook will automatically put it in. And I just didn't see the reason in the first chapter, at least, I didn't see the reason that those footnotes couldn't have been just part of the regular dialogue with how it's written.
It
never know footnotes, by the way.
I don't think this is really a spoiler. The purpose is for later in the book for counting sins and like what that would be worth.
Yeah. I'm hoping maybe it works better later, but I just felt like with the style and tone of that, I could have had that part of the narrative.
Yeah.
Instead of a footnote. And I feel like the footnote was a bit of a gimmick there.
Mm-hmm.
I can say that.
But I've only read the first chapter, so
I'm just like,
I have to blog.
You have to blog. Blog. Kaylee.
Why am I the defender of Small Miracles? The book I thought I would hate.
It got a 9.
I'm so curious to see what I think
for me because of that.
Because I have never read or seen Good Omens or The Good Place, and so I'm curious to see what I think because I have no comparison. Like that comparison does not like make any sense to me. So
I hope it was correct. It was just I'm going with the similar meaning. I'm like vibes.
I can see it just based on what I know about it, but I've not seen or read either one of them to have much context.
Mm-hmm. It also gave me Lucifer vibes. Like, not like Lucifer, like, it's not like Lucifer at all, but just like vibes.
When you hear that, the name of that series too, it's like, Lucifer, what are you watching? And it's a police procedural, like comedy.
It's funny, yeah.
Why is Small Miracles my number one so far? And why do I hate all the high fantasy ones?
I love that for you, kind of. I just bought my dad Rob Wilkins' Pratchett biography, A Life in Footnotes. Pratchett's footnotes are some of the only ones I always read. Lucifer vibes, yes.
I'll let you know, Brie. And we'll read it at least the first chapter or two before bed.
It's a long chapter though. It was one of the longest.
Is it?
I think that and 13th Hour had the longest chapters.
Did you do the
audio chapters? It's not too bad. It's like 15 pages, 14 pages, so it's not too bad. The print is smaller than I was expecting it to be. I don't know why. I think because the print in Song for the Void is pretty large.
Mm-hmm. Good Omens TV show and thought the book was fine. Blasphemy, I'm sure.
The book is has dated humor, kind of.
Liked it more than the book. Lexi, what time is your premiere tomorrow? I want to make sure we sprint during it to go see it. I'm also working on logging all my own books and trying to decide if I want to do some sort of project on my channel based on reading my own books.
Brave woman.
You definitely should. I'm stealing the Becca spot on my TBR game.
What?
You know how Becca always does the spot on Bookopoly?
Yes.
That is
Yes.
a comment in her
Mhm.
TBR. I already did that video last year, so I knew I was redoing it. And so this year I just decided to steal that spot and do it
Gotcha.
that way too, where I'll randomize the comments in there if I land there.
I only have like 50 now, so it's like,
I'm just excited for 2023 spreadsheet season. Like, I can't wait to get the spreadsheets and just go ham, like making them customized and adding stuff. I'm ready for it.
I'm already doing that. So
Why am I that weird? I'm like, okay, don't do the series one. Wait till you get Cassie's completed version, and then you can combine some stuff and see what you like, but you have to wait.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna steal your rating system and replace Compile in my current spreadsheet. And I'm just gonna force the historical mysteries in there somehow. So, you're gonna be forced in. I don't read enough of you.
I personally have no problem using mine. I just change world building to setting.
Yeah.
Like I call it setting because I think it's pretty much the same for me. It just doesn't include a magic system. So I just look at if things are like atmospheric, like so like in a murder mystery, like did I feel like tense? Did I get like the like closed in, locked in vibe? Like did it make sense for like the time it's in, things like that. I just change it to setting. And I think it works really well with just those 5 personally.
I've got to figure out how to do stats for series because I like the way that it is in Notion right now, but I don't like that it doesn't give me any stats and I'm having to like physically count things, which is not handy for end of the year content. So I think I'm going to change that next year.
I decided that I have this notebook where I wrote every book that I have to read that I haven't read yet because I'm insane. And in the back, I wrote down every series I read in 2020, every series I completed in 2021.
Nice. You did better than me.
I don't know if I was planning on sharing my series spreadsheet, but you can have it, Mal.
Give it to me.
I literally copied
Best friend perks.
Other people. So I can't give that out. But I can give it to you once the author stuff's on there too, because I'm doing that on one.
Yes,
and
please do.
Things go through.
Friend perks.
We just steal each other's spreadsheets.
Literally.
Yeah, I think I have like I think my Notion is Rachel's.
I gave you the template and you just changed it.
I did. It worked. But I need stats. And that's the thing that Notion doesn't give me is it's pretty, but it's not giving me the stats. And that's bugging me.
Yeah, I want to figure out more stats to go on my series spreadsheet because I want to know more about that stuff. So I'm going to have to figure something out.
And it's a good motivator. But now at least I have them all listed. So when I go to do the spreadsheet, I don't have to go digging through my Goodreads trying to figure out what I've read, what I haven't, what I've started, and all that fun stuff. At least that part's done. I just have to transfer it.
And then I'm excited for readathon season where I get to pick all my reads for the yearly readathons.
I love that.
Like
Mel's like, I'm not excited. I have 21 books I finished but not compiled yet. That's a lot. It's 11 solid. Doing that video scares me. The editing sounds insane, but I'm doing a project inspired by Michelle's Alphabet Project. To be honest, it's really easy to edit the way I did it last year. And I did like a shelf at a time. And I think the problem with that video, the scary thing is you always end up with all your books all over the floor. Yeah. So I made sure to do it a shelf at a time and put those books back in the shelf. And you own them all. So like personally for me, like a hard part in editing is when I have to like put all of the covers in. So I find it a very easy video to edit because it's just like taking pauses out.
Right.
A number counter.
Yeah. And you're not really giving like a super long synopsis because if you did, you would never leave.
It's literally, there's not a single synopsis. It's just like Ship of Magic. I own this.
Yeah. That's the same way Becca does it.
Yeah, I literally copied Becca's format to a T.
I may end up doing that just so that I have a list, and that's the easiest way for me to have a list too.
Yeah, I liked it. I actually want to make a spreadsheet with all of mine too, and then also with like ones I really want to read, so that when patrons are looking, for like the cup or anything, they can look at that and like see what I'm interested in case they're struggling to just find something for me.
Yeah. I've been lucky so far. My patrons have been very nice to me.
I've had good ones now.
Empire of the Vampire was mean.
I think it's what you wanted to read, though, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Like, it's not mean because I actually really want to read it. I was hoping to read Nevernight first.
Yeah.
But I was never getting to Nevernight. So I'm like, except for it's in that cup. I think Kaylee put it in that cup. So Emperor of the Vampire was not mean because I want to read it. It's just mean the next 2 months, like my busiest reading months, I think, in terms of like I have no room to read those things.
Yeah.
Doing it by shelf is a good idea.
Yeah.
Yes.
I need to put that in so I don't forget.
I like looking at, I think my favorite thing to look at is the publishers. Which publishers did I read this year? Orbit.
Yeah, mine are really, it's Self-Pub and Orbit and Tor. It doesn't really go very far.
What is it? Publisher. Actually, surprisingly, that's Penguin Random House. That's a slightly different thing.
I am hoping, Brie. I literally was hoping this. I was like, I'm gonna search the internet to find someone who has it on either their best or worst, and then they can be my BookTube bestie.
I read it last year. I'm not helpful.
I know.
I'm so sorry.
My internet hates me.
I will never read it, so
Fair. Yeah.
I will say that as a whole, like not the first book, but the series as a whole, so far, I preferred Nevernight to Empire of the Vampire.
Fair.
So if you like it, you might still like Nevernight, but maybe not the first book.
I think that either way, I plan on trying Nevernight because it has so many buzzwords for me that
the first book is right. And then after you get through the first book, it ages up a little in tone.
I made a model call on Instagram, and it's just bumping.
Empire of the Vampire just annoys me by how many editions it has.
So many.
So many. I looked at it for the Patreon game night that we did, and I was like, oh my goodness, I bet there are 20 editions of this book. Hey, quit licking your paw.
I'm like, why do you need so many editions?
Good for him, I guess.
People were excited. On that note, I do not want to read, but we should probably do another sprint. We're switching to the coffee guy because I feel like I need that to read this book.
Cheers.
I have a Slurpee. Cheers.
I should have gotten you a Slurpee gift card for Christmas.
I have spicy water. I also bought Christmas. I forgot to say that I bought Christmas gifts so you may get things on the 30th.
Oh, okay. I can't open them this year either.
I'm going to stop opening any presents, anything that comes.
And I just ordered 3 books for myself.
No, Lexi, you don't want to read? Yeah, she doesn't want to read. Me either. But you're almost done.
Let me finish my book.
Yeah. You literally probably have like 2 chapters left, Mel.
I don't even think I have that much left.
The prologue is like 4 pages.
The epilogue?
I have...
Yeah, epilogue.
I'm in the epilogue right now.
Lexi's not a mod.
So I'm done. It says I have 50 minutes left in this, and the epilogue's 4 pages.
Yeah, this is what happened to me when I was like, I have the epilogue's huge. And
then it tells me that I have 4 minutes left in the epilogue. Interesting. Cool.
Okay.
I think there's something in the back for some reason.
There's any like what a Hacken is, characters, all of that.
I didn't expect that to be in the arc.
I think it's just not properly formatted yet. That's all. I really noticed formatting issues in the arc. I feel so dumb. That's a mood in books so much. I don't know what's happening in this book. I'm going to sprint, read, and mod Lexi during the sprint. So see you guys in 45. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. The timer hates us today. I literally just hung up with Nick too because he is having a meltdown. You're muted, Mel.
I thought I clicked the button. I did not click the button. I said, "Oh no."
I talked to him for literally the entire sprint. I read nothing. He waited. He said he watched until I was done talking to call. He's having some beat producing. They're trying to like make a song go out, and they needed me to listen to like 5 versions of the song and things I like didn't like, and it was a whole stressful process.
Oh no.
And then he told me I should share them with all of you, but I said no because then the song will come out and I'll have to demonetize my sprints.
Fair.
I see a Skylar. How did you guys do?
I got through the first 2 chapters of Small Miracles and took a bath.
Solid reading.
I'm 200 pages into How to Roll Empire. I'll finish it next sprint, if there is a next sprint.
Are you still not loving it, Mel, from our discussion?
It's not that I'm not loving it. I think it was a bit over descriptive for me, but the second chapter settled into that a little bit. So I think maybe it was just her trying to really build out the atmosphere in that first chapter, and then she kind of like settled out a little.
Fair. Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's going to be my kind of book, but I can see why Rachel thought it was really well written.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We will see. I'm so excited to see how everyone's rankings compare.
I'm so scared for the ones that I have to read.
I'm scared for you the way it's been going.
I think, yeah. From what I read of first chapters, I think Miss Percy's will either be loved or hated by people.
Mm-hmm.
It's like in the book, in the video coming through, I say it's very stream of consciousness in the way that Mary, the horror book, is. And the main character reminds me of Vintage and the from the Ninth Reign series, and also the girl from the Memoirs of Lady Trent series.
So did that mean it was at the bottom of your list because you were not a Vintage fan?
I liked Vintage.
I thought you didn't like Vintage.
No, I liked Vintage.
Okay.
And I liked the Memoirs of Lady Trent.
I haven't read that. I feel like I should give it a try. I know Maria has problems with the finale, but I still want to try it.
It was Maria's favorite book until the finale. Like all-time favorite series.
That's unfortunate.
If Maria told me to DNF it, you probably shouldn't start it. I've read the first book and it was only like a 3-star. It was like okay.
Okay. Maybe for a rainy day then, but it won't be on the priority list.
And I know how it ends because I listened to Maria's rant about it because I don't care. And I would also be very angry at that ending.
Okay, so maybe that's a no then.
I think the audiobook for Miss Percy's will help me because I don't think I would enjoy reading it.
Yeah.
I'm like, just somebody read it at me and it'll be fine.
It's very stream of consciousness. Like you're just hanging out in the girl's head as she complains about like day-to-day aspects.
I need to go back and look at your comment to see which ones had audios and grab those.
I took a picture of that.
It's at least on Audible, there's Miss Percy's, Touch of Light, and
13th Hour?
Yes. And apparently Scales is on Scribd, but I can't confirm that.
I'm going to go check Scribd.
I can confirm that real quick.
Yes, Scales is on Scribd.
Nice. So that's 4 out of the 10. That's not bad.
Mm-hmm. Read the final 40 pages of Sons of Darkness. Made it 34% into Emperor of Rune. Doom's Girl TikTok. I really hope I like Miss Percy's, but the writing style of the synopsis kind of puts me off, so I'm worried. Yeah, I think people will either love it or hate it. I ate too much that sprint and watched YouTube. Now trying to not feel guilty for eating more, even though I already had dinner already. I don't feel guilty. Food is delicious. Hello. I finished my book and also have all my owned books logged on the Storygraph now and filmed stuff for my vlog. Lexi, that was so productive. Did you end up liking the book at all? Or just no?
I'm terrified for 2 of them based on your comments from before the live about reading the first chapter now that I haven't read yet.
Scales and Sensibility?
No. The ones that Tethered Spirits and Mysterious Ways.
Yeah, I was already like, I don't know why I put Mysterious Ways in the middle. I think because I was just kind of apathetic, but the more I think about it, the more I think it's going to be one of my least favorite. Just because I don't think it's going to do anything, good or bad.
I think Mysterious Way won out for us more higher than others because me and you are not cozy people typically.
Yeah.
So those automatically went lower.
I think that's what happened to all of us. We're just like, oh, cozies, bottom.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I think like Legends and Latte is like a 3.5 star. It was fine. I mean, it's not groundbreaking, but it was fine.
Well, I thought they would get bored. I thought it'd be really boring. The cozies.
I will say that I would probably try not to read. I know I will not try not to read Scales and Sensibilities and Miss Percy's around each other because they are I think a very similar setup, but one is a 40-year-old character and one is like a 16-year-old character, but like the setup around them is like same.
I can see that.
I literally said it could have been like characters aged up. Haven't been reading. It's been a hard few weeks, so no. Hope it gets better. I'm drinking wine and watching Beauty and the Beast with the parents. That sounds like a great night. Been listening to Atoll occasionally. I think 3 stars. It was super interesting. It was super interesting, but also extremely confusing. Hair. Listen to Scales earlier this month. Enjoyable enough, pretty predictable though. Yeah, like I'm just expecting Scales to be Scales. Like it won't add anything new, I don't think. It's whether I think people can have a good time while reading it will be what affects it for everyone, I think.
I agree.
I should really DNF Gunmetal Gods, but like really I want to know why it's called Gunmetal Gods really badly.
Google it.
Ask the author.
Somebody spoil it for you.
Like this scene looks really cool, and apparently this scene on the book cover happens in the book.
Just have somebody tell you like what chapter it is and go read that one chapter.
That's not as fulfilling to me. This is reasonable. This is very reasonable, but I feel like I didn't work to get it then. So I'm having very big issues here.
Well, but I can't help you.
You keep asking us, and we keep saying, do this, and then you're like, no, and then so we're like, okay, suffer then.
I do want the suffer then. When I complain about a book, I mostly want people to tell me to suffer. Or
suffer then.
Thank you.
Suck it up, Buttercup.
Thank you. Because I don't like to DNF.
The problem was you're talking to us who's never really read this book, so we can't be like, read it.
I can't encourage you and say it gets better.
I don't think it's going to. Like, I full on can tell you that I do not like. Should not read this book.
Oh,
but
no.
It's one of those things. I think it's like Lord of the Rings and stuff for me, where I want to read it to have said I've read it because it's so big right now in indie, and I kind of like to be in on conversations sometimes, or to be able to like compare other people's thoughts and opinions. But I am struggling a little bit. It might end up being a like 1 chapter before bed every day kind of thing, instead of we'll see. I say that, but then I'm going to spend the next sprint attempting to read it for 45 minutes. So
I still want to read it. I'm still curious based off of that prequel.
No, I'm not. I'm just gonna be like, nah, I'm good.
From what you said though, and from what I remember of the more prequel, they seem very different.
There's no horror in this. None.
There wasn't any horror in the prequel until the very end, and then it just flipped and got real weird real quick.
So far, we're following a historical setting, and one guy used to be an elite warrior and now is like 40 years old and fat, and like just lives his life the best life possible now. And then the other is like our villain, whose child was taken away when she was young to the slave trade, and now he wants to burn the empire down. And so he's supposed to be the villain, but I was like, I'm rooting for you. You're doing bad things, but like, I know I'm not supposed to like you.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
But
the reason the author gave me, I'm like,
fair.
I want you to win. I don't like him as a character, but I want him to win because like his empire sucks.
Maybe I'm thinking that's a prequel and it's not, because that does not sound prequel-y based on what you're telling me. Curious.
It might. Let's look it up.
I thought it was like a 0.5, but it doesn't sound very prequel-y.
On it.
I don't remember a ton about it, and I may be making up half of this stuff. Full disclosure. But it was about a character that was one of the generals in an army and made a mistake that got a lot of people killed. And so her life was forfeit because of that. And essentially, in order to do an honorable death, she was like put on the front lines of the battle because she was going to die. Like there was no way the front lines were going to survive. And then things ensue.
Yeah, Goodreads just says a disgraced warrior seeks an honorable death on a battlefield, but Eldritch God has other plans for her. I wonder if it's okay. I've learned a lot of indie authors don't do prequels. They do like in the world.
Yeah.
But like, it's just to get you into the world. It actually has nothing to do
That's what it was.
story. So I think that's probably what it was, to try and get like some of the magic and the lore. And it's easy to sell you or give you that for free. Like a lot of them give it for free.
That makes sense, because that one was free. It was based off of his newsletter.
Because they're just trying to get people interested, right? It's good marketing.
Yeah. I mean, it worked. It got me interested enough to try Gunmetal Gods at some point.
I'm 24% in.
Is it long? I think I remember it being long.
Let's look it up. Book details. Oh.
Yeah.
It's 475 pages.
I thought it was long. Yvonne, we're talking about Gunmetal Gods. Yeah, I was thinking it was actually more like 550, so that's better than I thought.
I think.
Yeah, you're like long. I'm like, that's not that long. That's like a medium-sized book.
Actually, not that long.
I was thinking it was 500.
Like it tells me I have 5 hours left, which is no time. And that's like with me leaving the Kindle open. Like right now, my Kindle has been open to this page, so it thinks it's going to take me like 40 minutes to finish one page right now.
I don't know. Sometimes indies are hit or miss. Really, sometimes.
And I've learned that the more popular an indie, probably the least likely I am to like it.
That for me, that's majority of the case.
Like I liked Sword of Kaigen, but I didn't love it. I did Red Light. Of Blood and Fire is even like meh for me. This one, like, yeah.
I didn't love DNF Never Die.
Yeah, I own it, and since you've done that, I've been putting it off like crazy.
I was not alone in that one.
Yeah, the only one I have that I loved that is like popular, I think, is Illborn, that I like loved. And I think It's Light is getting good love now, but it didn't when I read it.
I think Illborn is you again.
Illborn is a relatively popular one. I see it in a lot of circles.
Okay. I thought it was because I was like, I bought it because you told me to, even though you didn't read it.
Crap, what's that guy's name?
I got it through Emmy on Instagram. I don't know if anyone knows who she is. I love her stuff. And also Library of the Viking. Had read it.
Is his name Peter? You know who I'm talking about.
Patrick?
Yes. Thank you. It's like it starts with a P and I know it's not Peter. What is it? Yes.
Yeah, Patrick I think has read it too. Patrick reads a lot of indie. But he likes a lot of series. I've learned I don't. I just don't like a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I had
we
soft
also
DNF of Darkness and Light for the moment.
Cassidy and I did not enjoy Dragon Mage.
Yeah, I didn't like Dragon Mage, and that's like the number one indie for popularity these days.
And
Scully.
And there's also the 1 year soft DNFing that I don't know if I can say.
Oh, the McCurry.
The Iron Clown.
Yeah.
I don't think that one's super big.
Mm-mm.
I
want to try, it's not the David Estes one. The something Moon. Let me look that one up. I've seen it talked about a couple of times. I think Abby mentioned it at one point. It's right here if I can find it.
I do go through KU and be like, ooh, this cover looks interesting, and then add it to my KU wish list to read eventually.
Yeah, that's what I do. Where'd it go? It's lower down. It's not the David Estes, so it's not Fate Marked. Where'd it go?
Lexi.
Nope.
I think we should start another book tonight.
Mark of Kings.
Oh. I think that's the book I hated.
Interesting. I've heard a lot of good things about it.
I've never
Nothing
heard
happened in that book.
What is that?
Does it
King
have two
Fall and Fate Marked. Are those two completely different series?
I have Kingfold in my...
They are. I didn't realize that was the same author.
Is Mark of the Kings, is that the 2-author one?
Bryce O'Connor.
Yeah, and I can't pronounce the other dude's last name.
I didn't even look at it.
Yeah, I read that because I got it on Audible for like cheap, and I was like, no. And then there's the one that we said we were going to buddy read that I know nothing about.
Me
The one
either.
with the dragon? Beast something?
Yeah, Beast Hunters?
Yeah.
I say we said we were going to buddy read. I think Cassidy just tagged us on Twitter. It was like, being summoned.
I just said, let's buddy read this as I tagged you for the giveaway.
Yeah. We're just like, we've been summoned.
Successful. Now I want to read it.
I wanted to win it. I will probably be heading to bed soon. Good night, Brie. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing currently before I start another sprint. I was looking through to see if there's anything on my Kindle that calls to me. And if I do decide to DNF, like, I'm also not in the mood to, like, start a book, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So I was going to say you could start something different, read it during this sprint, and if you want to keep reading that and then you forget about Gunmetal Gods, then you just forgot about it. You didn't DNF it.
That's what I did with the Iron Crown. I do want to come back to it at some point.
Sorry. There's the written by Ben Gailey that's on Audible Plus, the audiobook.
Oh, I do want to
Yeah.
that book.
I decided it today. I didn't know
I
either.
always-
Sorry, go ahead.
I just said I always forget to look there.
Sometimes I just scroll through the things you would like that's included in your membership. I was like, oh, sure.
I think I also half read myself out reading. It took me a really long time to read the first chapter of those 10 SPFBO finalists. Like, way longer than it should have.
Where?
And then that made me, if I think about it, I did a lot of reading already today.
You really did.
I read them all physically, so that was hard. I deserve a pat back.
You can just listen to Malice, whatever one you're on.
But yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I probably will continue this book. I probably will. I sit here and I tell you I'm going to DNF it, and then I'm not going to, and then we're going to have this exact same conversation.
Via text.
Sit there aimlessly in space.
If you guys are even sticking around.
I mean, I'm fine. I need to finish. I only have 150 pages left of my book anyways, so.
I need the timer to stop glitching, though. One, for the freaking thing to come off, but two, it's driving me insane every time it flicks yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try the Homo focus timer. That one might.
I can't cheat on my tomato timer though.
But it's so annoying. I see it out of the corner of my eye. I'm like, what's that?
I'm trying to ignore it. I'm not doing well.
Hold on. We're gonna re-add it, and maybe that'll count. You know, my computer's hated me.
I think it's StreamYard though, because mine did that earlier, and then Becca was complaining about it too.
Though my primal blade brain is like movement. Every time it flickers, I'm like, what is this movement? What is this movement?
Mm-hmm. But then it got me to kill a bot at one point because I looked over and a bot was there.
I do look over occasionally during the sprints, be like, are there bots?
I look at what you guys are doing sometimes.
Sounds creepy.
Okay. You must be swimming reading so many first chapters. It is. Okay, I thought I was going crazy.
No,
it's been glitching. It makes me feel better that something was actually flashing yellow.
I thought it was like, wait, what is going on? It's the ad keeps flashing over.
Yeah, the like bottom keeps coming up top. We've re-added it, so hopefully that helps it. So I don't know what I'm doing in the sprint, but I'll see you in 45 minutes.
Staring at the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Listening to a book.
Maybe. Okay, bye.
We had noise! Victory!
And I didn't see a glitch.
No, I didn't either.
But one that was added in a while ago.
Oh. I saw a bot and I was like, do I need to kill bot?
Don't worry.
Yeah. My brain doesn't work. I'm in bed.
Huh? I got to page 81?
Good job.
83.
Good job. You're flying through that.
Yeah, it's easy to read.
I finished the book. I'm not going to read it right now because I'm sleepy.
Fair.
But
Flew through that in.
it was an Orbit book that lied to me. I didn't need 150 pages. I only needed 125.
Fair. I think that was our last sprint just because I have sprints in the morning. So I'm going to not keep sprinting.
So you're sprinting with
for a bit. And my sprints are technically scheduled till 10:30, but they could start earlier depending if I wake up earlier type style.
Let me know. I'll be here earlier, but then I'm assuming he'll make me go to lunch.
Fair.
I'm in the mood where I just don't want to leave my house, so that just doesn't sound like a good idea to me.
That's fair. Read 61 pages, read 86 pages. I got $20. Halfway through the Golden Enclaves. Listened to a couple chapters of Sass and the Quest while walking the doggo. I officially DNF'd. For people that in my
I was impressed by you. I figured you wanted us to tell you to suffer again.
No. I wrote on Goodreads I was DNFing. I returned the KU. I couldn't do it.
So what's plan B?
Totally Spies.
Fair. Love it.
And then I have no idea what I'm reading tomorrow because I was planning on sitting down to read. And so I don't want to continue with John Gwynn because I have the audiobooks. And so they're such a good, just like while I'm editing photo book.
Yeah. What about, do you have anything like for the December TBR you could start?
I would have to start SPFBO, but like I have to get ready to vlog.
Yeah, not quite ready to do that yet.
So I don't know. And I'm going to edit that video first before I figure out my reading order.
Darcy Coates number 45?
That is really tempting. I can't tell you how tempting that is, but I think I need a Darcy Coates break because too many plot devices that she likes that I need to take a break from them so that I can enjoy them later on.
Lexi.
I can't see another book. Like I can't see another book.
Fair. Lexi agrees with me though.
Sounds like you need to read another Darcy. I ended up giving Fullcroft 4 stars only.
You could buddy read Leech with me and Lexi.
Yeah, no. No. I'm not in the mood to choose a book right now. If that makes sense.
Jade Legacy.
That is actually a contender because I have already started it. And it does fill a prompt for Knock It Out November.
Fair.
So, I left the house for dinner. I plan to vegetate on the couch tomorrow.
Love it.
I'm Lexi.
I did look at my other book that I was going to read this week. Not this week, like next month. It was in verse, so I immediately returned it because I don't do books in verse.
Ugh, yeah.
Me thinks you should get a head start on the December TBR dial. Just throw November away. Also, hi, Erin. Yeah, but then I have to vlog, and I'm not ready to vlog. Like vlogging just seems like a lot of work right now.
Agreed. That's why when I picked this up, I was like, "Oh, I get to start this," and then I went, "Crap, I have to camera."
I could technically do the 5th season because the comments were mean to me.
True.
I feel like you did that to yourself, though.
I did do that to myself because I need to read it.
I recommend, though, the audio for 5th season, which I know is not helpful when you don't need an audio right now.
That's the problem. I have the audio. But I was probably I could physically and do it.
Yeah, like a jewel. Jewel's
Like
good.
the thing with Valor and with Rune and Wrath, I'm already immersed in the world, so I feel like I don't really need anything but the audio. Or sometimes I like to like dual it when I'm trying to get into a series.
Makes sense. Yeah, I definitely would do maybe both for that one because it has a little bit of a. It's written in basically second person to start, so it's kind of hard to like get moving.
Yes. I've read a little bit of it before, so
Oh, good.
fair. Yeah, I thought about doing another indie, but like with so many indies in December, I don't know if I want another hit and miss.
I don't blame
That
you.
was also bad timing. What did you spill on yourself?
It sounds
Dad?
like it's a Totally Spies night, and that's a tomorrow problem.
Yes, my plan for tonight was Totally Spies. Or The Dragon Prince. I haven't finished that either. And Rachel should watch Inuyasha.
No.
I have not forgotten.
I wanted you to forget.
In a month from now, I'm just gonna text you Inuyasha.
Or to have to come, you have to come to my and add it to my Netflix or whatever it's on.
Into your apartment. I'll fly there, add it to Netflix, and then fly home, and you'll never know I was there.
I'll be like, well, no, you have to add it to my anime spreadsheet, so that randomly picks anime for me.
Fair. Okay, but yes, Totally Spies. Also, I just started rewatching Totally Spies just cause, but it's getting another season.
You know, I watched that, and I just remember liking the one in yellow, Alex.
Alex. Mm-hmm. Yep. It's terrible but great.
It's
Those are the
also
best.
very eggplanty, if you know what I mean.
I follow. I don't even. I haven't watched the show, and I think I follow.
I don't follow.
I don't know if I can say this on a public live.
It.
It's not. It's just.
Totally Spies, Mel.
I haven't seen it. I need to. It's on my list. She doesn't see it, Rachel.
I don't think so.
It's just the makers put a lot of things in there that are in that community.
I don't think so.
There's this Tumblr post I have to show you if I can find it.
Yes, find it.
I was curious.
That too, but it's not that characters are, it's the way they're portrayed.
Lexi, associate eggplant with things, and you'll get it.
The act of eggplant.
It's the word that Rachel texted us. I said it, but I doubt it. We're far enough into the live that I think it should be good.
The bots are coming.
I don't think it is. I said I think it's very like popular girl.
I have this bad habit of rewatching shows I've already seen and not starting anything new.
Well, Totally Spies is great. It's terrible, actually. It's literally terrible.
Well, that's the best kind.
But I'm here for it. Oh, she's so cute. Also, what the frick are David's socks?
Huh?
What are his socks?
Alabama socks.
They're so ugly.
They're very ugly.
Roll Tide.
I can hear you.
No.
But she's so cute.
I have no idea what it just did. The vacuum's got a mind of its own.
Also, is he gonna hang his new screen?
So that's not his. He goes and gets mine from my bedroom off of the dresser and brings it in here and puts it in the floor so that he has 2 TV screens.
I approve of this idea a lot, but he should find a table for it so that he doesn't have to like break his neck looking down.
He could put it on the coffee table that he's currently got his feet propped up on.
That's too close.
I don't know if we have another. No, I mean like he could move the coffee table.
Oh. No. That's,
He doesn't have a foot prop, so
yeah.
we need to bring like the bench from the table over there.
Like a kitchen chair.
Yeah, it'll be fine. No, Brittany is looking cute. David has ugly socks.
I was just like, she's so cute, bright red.
They are ugly. His
Yeah.
pants are the same color as the socks.
No, they're really not. That kind of bothers me.
Well, they're not exactly the same color, but they're bright red, so it makes it worse.
I must see.
So the original Tumblr post got deleted, so I sent you a different one.
Like this.
He's ignoring me completely right now. I'm getting a head shake.
Well,
The fact that he didn't even care. He's like, whatever.
sorry, I'm still on the Totally Spies thing. There's also the spin-off shows to Totally Spies about like 4 siblings.
Brian, you are so crazy, and you need a diet.
No, she's just furry.
She's a little more fluffy than furry. But she screeches when she doesn't get food. You know how cats do when they're hungry and they get up under your feet and they yell? She just does that constantly when she's hungry, and I don't want to listen to it, so I just feed her, and then she gets fatter, fatter, fatter.
Well, no,
She's
that's
fat
what
happy.
she has you trained.
Yes! But it's sleep or fat cat.
Then you just get another cat and they just fight it out.
Not as bad.
I feel like this post doesn't say anything, but I disagree
It
with
doesn't.
what
It's
saying.
just, yeah,
The next cat I get will be hairless. I can tell you that much.
those are so weird.
I will buy it a sweater, but I am so sick of all the fur that comes off of her.
The post I sent you, because the original one got deleted and I was sad. So this was the second best I could find, which is unfortunate. There's a naked cat I follow on TikTok called Nudicrous.
I love naked cats. They're so cute.
They're so ugly. What
They're
is
so ugly. They're cute.
I was
They're-
listening to the conversation, but like, I love cats, and I would never.
I would never either. Nope.
Put a sweater on them. It's fine.
Oh, they're the like they just like they give me the heebie-jeebies just looking at them.
Fine. I'm gonna get some sort of non-shedding cat. Doesn't have to be hairless. I just don't want clumps, like literal extra cats
Mhm.
worth of hair in my floor.
Also, I like that you turned the screen and Courtney said this as I also said this.
The TV is on the floor because it's not supposed to be in here.
I bought an automatic feeder because my cat used to eat my hair at 5 a.m. because she was hungry.
Oh no.
Yes,
I will say there was a cat that was having a hairball next to my head at 5 in the morning, so the cat got yeeted out of the bed.
Nice.
Mickey pukes on my pillows all the fucking time. It's annoying. I wake up in the middle of the night all the time to him puking, and I'm like, good thing I woke up because you would have puked literally next to my head.
Oh, and your hair.
I felt bad because we really probably shouldn't eat the cat, but I was just like, nope, nope.
Most cats are fine. They land on their feet. I can't eat this one anymore because he's old. He won't land
Yeah.
on his
She was fine. And I was just like, no, no, and right next to my heart.
I've done that before.
And then my parents needed a cat because they were literally eating their fingers.
Fair. I should end these on this note because we're not sprinting anymore anyways, and we're just gonna talk backstage anyways. So thanks everyone. There's sprints on my channel tomorrow morning if you didn't already know that. And thanks for coming. Have a good day. Bye-bye.